Alrighty, what's up guys? So we just pushed the update for the Big 3 squeeze system, and I wanted to jump on the mic, give you a quick walkthrough, and show y'all what we got. The goal was to make the best squeeze-based indicator possible, and I think we've done that. First things first, the basics. What is the Big 3? That's trend, structure, and momentum. Think of trend like the wind at your back. Think of structure like the foundation of the chart, the backbone, and momentum is the gas in the tank, the gasolina. From that, we get our buy and our sell signals. The green arrow, green bar, that is your Big 3 buy signal. When that prints, the path of least resistance is to the upside. And the red candle, red arrow, that is your Big 3 sell signal. When that prints, the basic bearish criteria has been met, making for a path of least resistance to the downside. Then we got the squeeze histogram. So if you're familiar with the Squeeze Pro, you've got the low compression, the mid compression, and the high compression squeeze. The Big 3 squeeze is none of the above. It's a custom compression setting. It's kind of what I would call the sweet spot between the low compression and the mid compression. The green dot means there's no squeeze. A very sad thing indeed. The blue dot means we got an active squeeze. We got a live one. The green arrow means we have a squeeze and a buy signal. And the red arrow means we got a squeeze and a sell signal. Then we've got the MACD line. So, custom MACD settings. MACD line above 0. That means momentum is bullish. Therefore, the bulls have got some gas in the tank. The MACD line below 0. That means momentum is bearish, and the bears have got the gas. The most important part of the entire system is the squeeze labels. A+ setup, Big 3 score, Big 3 signals, a squeeze label, trend, structure, momentum, trailing stop, your bull target, your bear target, and the average true range. It all boils down to the A+ setup. That captures everything. The squeeze, the buy signal, the structure, the trend. The only thing you want to focus on is trading nothing but A+ setups. The label here for the Big 3 score, that's my scoring system. The best possible score for the bulls, 12 out of 12. The best possible score for the bears, -12. And that takes a lot of different trend criteria, structure criteria, the positioning of the moving averages, the direction of the moving averages, a long list of criteria, and cranks out a bit of a report card. The Big 3 signals label is pretty straightforward. If that label is green, we've got an active buy signal. If that label is red, we've got an active sell signal. If that label is blue, it's neutral. It ain't bullish, it ain't bearish, it is neutral. The Big 3 squeeze. If that label is green, we got a squeeze and a buy signal. If it is red, we got a squeeze and a sell signal. If it is blue, we've got a neutral squeeze. If it is dark gray, we've got no squeeze at all. The trend label. Green means bull trend. Red means bear trend. Blue would mean neutral trend. Basically chop. The structure label, same thing. Green means bull structure. Red would mean bear structure. Dark blue would mean neutral structure. Same thing for momentum. Green, bull momentum. The MACD above 0. Red is bear momentum. And blue is neutral. And then the trailing stop. If that label is green, the price is currently above the ATR trailing stop. A red label means price is below the trailing stop. All pretty straightforward, all really simple. All we're trying to do is follow the pretty colors, and again, trade nothing but an A+ setup. The bull and the bear target, that's based on average true range moves above the 21 EMA. And you can tweak that. You can set it to 2 ATR, 2.5, 3. By default, I've got them set to 3 average true range moves above our 21 EMA. And then the ATR label is just the current average true range. So what is an A plus setup? And again, as far as my current focus, A plus or a bust. If it ain't an A plus setup, I'm going to go walk my dog. So we'll use a bullish example. What makes for an A plus setup? We need bull trend, bull structure, bull momentum. We need an active buy signal. We need an active squeeze. We got to have a big 3 score of 7 points or better. And of course, the closer to the perfect score of 12, the better off we'll be. And we got to have price above that trailing stop. If all of that comes together, we're above our trailing stop. We've got bull momentum, bull structure, bull trend, a squeeze, a buy signal, and a big 3 score of 7 or better. That makes for an A plus setup. Now the goal here, you want to think like a trader. Right? You want to think in terms of batches of trades. Not one trade, not 5 trades. You want to judge yourself on the success of every 25, 50, 100 trades you take. And my belief is, if you can take nothing but 25, 50, 100 A plus setups in a row, taking good entries, taking good exits, at the end of that batch of trades, you will come out on top. That is my belief. So since I did the update, I've got 15 A plus trades under my belt so far. And I got the profits over here. 11 winners, 4 losers, 75% win rate. More important than the win rate, a lot more important than the win rate, the average win is about 70%, and the average loss is about 25%. If you can take nothing but A plus trade after A plus trade, buy them where you should, take your profits and your exits where you should, you can work the same numbers. Literally all I'm doing, sitting here all day long, waiting for that label to either go green or red. It goes green, I get long. It goes red, I get short. If it is none of the above, I'm going to go walk my dog. So now the next question is, how do we find our A plus setups? Alright, so let me show you real quick a few trades I got right now. And the beauty is, I don't know if they'll work. I don't need them all to work. Right, I'm playing the numbers game over the course of 25, 50, 100 plus trades for the remainder of my career. But we bought some calls here in MRK, and we've got bull momentum, bull structure, bull trend, a squeeze, a buy signal, we're above our trailing stop, a perfect score of 12, and that all makes for an A plus setup. When we find the A plus setup, whether it be a daily squeeze, a weekly squeeze, or a 5-minute squeeze, we want to aim to take our entries as close to that 21 EMA as possible. The break of that 21, that'll typically be our exit. So by taking the entry near that mean, we can control a nice tight risk. The profit target on the trade, that's our bull target, 134.85, and that coincides with that dotted green line up here, or the solid green line rather, 134.85. It's a very simple approach. Find an A plus setup, fight for a good entry, nice and close to your 21 EMA. If they break that 21, you cut the trade, you move on to greener pastures. If they keep it above that 21, you wait for your squeeze to fire, you aim to take your profit somewhere near your upside target. You don't got to hit the target exactly. If the target is 134.85, if I can catch a push to 134, that'll be good enough for government work. So we're long MRK, and we're also long T-Mobile. Got all the pretty colors here. Above the trailing stop, momentum, structure, trend, squeeze, buy signal, perfect score of 12, A+. Now, what's better than one A+ setup? 2, 3, 4 of them on the same stock at the same time. For the T-Mobile here, we've got one on the daily. We've got one down here on the 4-hour. Bull trend, bull structure, bull momentum, etc. And we've got one up here on the weekly chart. We're buying it near our 21 EMA. We'll put our exit below the 21 EMA. And we're looking for a move towards 169 and change. An example from a few days ago, Netflix. So I built out these white dots, which you'll see all the way back here. The white dot on the chart means at that moment in time, you had an A+ setup. So back on Monday morning, we had one back here on the 5-minute. At the same exact time, we also had one here on the 15-minute. And we also had one here on the 4-hour. The triple A+ squeeze. I jumped in, I bought the out-the-money calls, 5-minute squeeze fired, 15-minute squeeze fired, the 4-hour squeeze fired, and I caught me a nice push. Okay, how do we find these setups? We've got a couple of scans. Scans for the A+ bull, scans for the A+ bear. They can be very helpful. My favorite way of finding these trades, that comes to my watch list columns. I've got a column built out for all my favorite time frames. The weekly, the 3-day, the 2-day, all the way down to the 5. I build out my watch list, the stocks I love to trade, and then I sit here all day long, waiting for the green or the red A+ in any of those columns. I get the green A+ in any column. That tells me that given time frame has got my favorite setup. So MRK, we got it on the daily and the 3-day. For the T-Mobile, we've got it on the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour. What else? NVIDIA. We got NVIDIA on the 3-day time frame. Let's go take a look here at NVIDIA, which as of today's recording, just announced earnings, and they're gapping up about $50. Let's go see that 3-day squeeze. And she is a beauty. Above our trailing stop, squeeze, buy signal, bull trend, structure, momentum, the perfect score at 12. And funny enough, they are gapping it up to the squeeze target. Trades around $1,007 here in the after hours. So a good looking 3-day squeeze, and then Broadcom on the weekly and the 2-day. Go check that 2-day, and she is A+. That calls for a push towards 1,500, and then on the weekly, also A+, that calls for a move towards 1,600. We've got CCJ on the 2-day time frame, and you had a few here on CCJ. They had one back here on the daily squeeze. Got my little white dot. That fired. And now we got one setting up here on the 2-day time frame. That calls for a push towards 57 and change. We have Hood, the Hood, on the 3-day time frame. Not too shabby. And I think they had one here on the daily. Not quite A+. One more for you. AMAT on the 3-day time frame. Now, the beauty of the setup, whether you're a swing trader, whether you're a day trader, it's all pretty cut and dry. It could be a monthly chart, it could be a 15-minute chart. Find your A+ setup. Take your entry near your 21 EMA. Look for a push towards your upside target. You want to look to get short? It's the same thing. Look for the red labels. Get short under the 21 EMA. And look for a flush down towards the downside target. So there you go, guys. The May update for the Big 3 squeeze system. I hope y'all like it. You got any questions, drop them here in the comment section. If you want to check out the indicator, I'll put the link in the description. And yeah, I'm very proud of what I put together here. I think it'll serve me really well for the remainder of my career, and I hope it can do the same thing for you. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios.